Don't be boring.
I'm not bored.
Any changes?
You're so fun.
Привіт, I'm Taya from Ukraine and welcome to my channel again. So guys, you know this girl already, right? You remember her from the video about beautiful girls in Kiev, and now I'm taking interview with her, and she's a very interesting person because
I study in Poland.
wow.
My name is Lana. I'm Taya's sister. I'm 18 years old. I'm studying in Katowice.
Why have you decided to study in Poland?
As you may know, it's very common and it's very maybe even fashionable to get a European diploma here in Ukraine. A lot of people go abroad to study, and Poland is quite a cheap country compared to other. For example, like Germany and Switzerland, where are also good universities, and also Polish language is similar to Ukrainian, and it wasn't hard to learn it.
By the way, I want to tell you that she went abroad when she was 16. Just imagine how it was to live abroad alone.
It was quite simple because my parents drove me to the city. We opened a bank account, so we were there for a couple of days. I also found a very good roommate. She was fine. We get on very well from the first day, so it wasn't really hard for me because the main important thing maybe that there are a lot of Ukrainian and Belarusian students who speak Russian.
What was your first impression about Poland?
It is very clean there. There are a lot of trees, the roads are great, and people are quite helpful, I must tell you. I hear that, for example, Polish are in some kind closed and they don't smile, they don't like to help foreigners, but when I came there, I noticed that there are quite open people. They will stop and tell you the way.
About language, I want to say that I know basic Polish, as you remember, but for the first time I started to learn it. It was really funny for me. So I guess for every Ukrainian, probably Russian, it sounds quite funny and entertaining. What are the main differences you noticed between Ukraine and Poland?
As I mentioned, roads are very great, and it is clean on the streets, because even in Kiev, in the capital of Ukraine, it's not the same. But our culture, I can say, is quite similar, like our culture, our people, our mentality.
What about prices?
Prices are nearly the same. Maybe petrol is a little bit expensive, a little bit more expensive. Food is really cheap. It's like this, like the same in Ukraine. But comparing our salaries, you get higher salaries there in Poland. If you have basic needs, it's really very easy to, for example, live there on $300 a month. If you, for example, live in a dorm, you buy food, you can also go to the cinema, to the club on this money, and even buy some clothes maybe.
What do you think about Polish guys?
It's kind of interesting question. It's controversial maybe. What can I say? I think Polish guys are good. They're like Slavic guys that look very similar to Ukrainians and Russians, so it wasn't like exotic or something, but maybe they're kind of, I don't know, lazy or something, and they're not as responsible as Ukrainians because they grow older a lot later. For example, at 19 they only go to university, and we go at the age of 17. So for example, when they graduate and they start working, they are about, I don't know, 24 or something, and in Ukraine from the age of 20 almost every boy or girl works, they try to live on their own and not to take money from their parents. So maybe that's the main difference.
Tell us more about this thing that children get used to help their parents by paying money for the accommodation.
Yeah, I noticed a very funny thing there. I have never heard of it from my friends in Ukraine or in any other country, but in Poland it's very common when teenagers or youth people from the age of maybe 18, they live with their parents and, for example, study and work. Maybe it's a way to make them more independent and responsible, but I don't know, it's quite strange for me.
Is it true that there are a lot of Ukrainians who work there and study?
Yes, there are just million of them. Yeah, really, I have read in newspapers that there are about 1 million Ukrainians who mainly work in Poland. But there are, of course, a lot of students there, especially for people from the west of Ukraine, yes.
True, yes.
They can't find work there at their cities because our western region is not so developed with this factory. Hey,
Соколи, omijajcie góry, lasy, rzeki, doły.
Dziękuję za obejrzenie tego filmiku. Subskrybujcie kanał mojej siostry Tai, jeżeli chcecie zobaczyć więcej ciekawych filmików na jej kanale. Do zobaczenia, pa!
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope it was entertaining. My dear sister will go to Poland soon, so I will not see you for half of a year.
I will miss her.
Oh, yeah,
Because nobody laughs at my jokes except of her.
See you the next time. Bye
Goodbye.